Hello guys, welcome to my channel Jura Tempest Federation. This video contains spoilers from the Tensura light novel. This video is continuation video after Diablo returns with guest. So if you have not watched, please watch it, the link is in the description below. But before we proceed, please like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for further updates. Speaking of which, his words did remind me about something. Here in the capital city of Rimuru, we applied an experimental barrier that encompassed the entire area. It was an improved version of the Holy Purification Barrier, and it could suppress the magicules leaked from monsters. Since many humans were visiting the town, this was created to guarantee their safety. Even though it was slightly burdensome for the monster residents, it wasn't a big enough deal to interfere with their daily lives. As long as they were able to handle it without any issues, we could ensure that the magicule density was maintained at a human-friendly level. Moreover, it would prevent the casting of unauthorized magic, and protect the town from wild monsters. Any monster capable of destroying the barrier had to be at the very least Special A rank, otherwise known as a Calamity class threat. And even if they weren't, they still wouldn't be able to just destroy it instantly. If anything abnormal were to happen to the barrier, we would notice right away. During that time, the guards would take care of the problem. Speaking of ranked magic beasts, they weren't a threat if they were non-intelligent. Mindless beasts would be a piece of cake for our elite soldiers. I was just worried that there may be people among the 700 demons who were capable of breaking this important barrier. The three in front of me could easily destroy it, but perhaps there were even more dangerous demons amidst their ranks? Diablo was no slouch when it came to evaluating people. When he said that those 7 were capable, he clearly meant it. Thus, we made our way to the research facility inside the labyrinth. I permit you to show yourself. Come now, Diablo ordered. 7 demons appeared right after and knelt down. Behind them were 700 more that swiftly followed suit. Should I say that this was to be expected? There were 6 archdemons among the 7. The labyrinth had mechanisms that prevented the leakage of magicules, so anything that happened inside had minimal impact on the surface. That was why the demons were able to reveal all their ominous appearances. Speaking of which, the 7 in front of me were the ones Diablo personally recognized. They indeed had the presence of strong demons. Although one of them was a greater demon, he appeared to be a special case. Surely he had some level of strength as well. I heard that this demon actively sought after a fight with Diablo, though Diablo promptly beat the crap out of him afterward. He had guts, which was good. On the other hand, it was never a good idea to challenge someone without knowing how dangerous they were. With that being said, he was definitely an oddball. According to Diablo, he had challenged him over and over again for some reason. This wasn't a problem about having guts or not. He was definitely an idiot. However, Diablo seemed to have taken a liking to this greater demon. Since Diablo liked him, I wasn't going to complain. Moreover, what I was more concerned about from the start were the 3 demons. Each of the 3 had 2 subordinate archdemons under their service. Beyond magicule content alone, they definitely had more to them than what meets the eye. Answer: demon race has no definite lifespan. As such, the older a demon is, the more combat experience it has. In the world of demons, they divide classes similar to how divisions between royalty and nobility work. Among them, the ruling class has enormous authority, which distinguishes them from other demons like night and day. Is that so? I've heard about the demon race having growth limits, and how they could, at most, only evolve to archdemon. After that point, instead of being judged based on their racial hierarchy, they were ranked based on their combat experience. A class that distinguished their true strength, one could say. Even though the demons may have similar magicule content, each demon's fighting ability varied greatly. This included their knowledge, their ambition, and their willpower. The existence of a demon was established by combining these constructs. Furthermore, archdemons are also classified in terms of the era they were born. There were legendary demons who had lived for over 3,000 years, the prehistoric species. There were great demons who had lived for over 1,000 years, the ancient species. There were those who had lived for over 400 years or more, the medieval species. There were those who had lived for around 100 years, the early modern species. There were those who had lived for only around half the lifespan of most humans, the modern species. There were those who were just born, the late modern species, and lastly, the primordials, who were defined as the original demons. The extent of a demon's power is determined by the number of years they've lived. The ruling class refers to the ancient species and older, the equivalent of counts and their superiors. Thanks for the detailed explanation. Raphael Sensei was kind enough to provide in-depth information on demons for me. Much appreciated. Well then, let's put this knowledge to the test by observing the demons in front of me. The three ladies who arrived first were among the ruling class, so let's assume the 6 archdemons here were younger than the ancient species. Did this mean that, apart from the 3 from before, Diablo was also an old demon that was ranked higher than Count? I had no clue before, but it looked like I had gotten my hands on an incredible companion. This realization sent shivers down my spine. It was then that Diablo began speaking with a smile. These fellows have great potential. I enlightened them about just how magnificent and amazing Rimuru-sama was, and they ended up crying and begging for the honor and privilege to pledge their loyalties to you. This was why I considered bringing them along. I scrutinized these 7 demons. They probably did cry and beg, though I highly doubted whether or not they actually said anything about pledging their loyalty. After all, they showed signs of being roughed up here and there, especially the lower-ranked greater demon. I was amazed that he was even alive, given his current condition. In short, Diablo was concocting fables again. The 7 demons looked like they wanted to say something, but with their superior right next to them, they didn't dare speak up. They were pretty tame. Probably because a certain someone had threatened them. From now on, we are the loyal servants of Demon Lord Rimuru-sama. We await your commands. The 7 demons simultaneously bowed their heads and pledged their fealty to me, prompting the 700 demons behind to mirror their actions. The synchronized kneeling of 700 demons was quite the sight to behold. Diablo smiled with satisfaction as he nodded, seemingly in approval. What a terrifying guy. I felt relieved that he was fortunately on my side. Since the demons were spiritual life forms, without physical corpora, their mana would gradually dissipate if they remained in this world. It would be difficult for them to maintain this form for a long time, so it was imperative that we granted them bodies as soon as possible. The method was simple. First, use gluttonous King Beelzebub to predate on the demons. Then use Wisdom King Raphael to fuse them onto the emulated souls of the figures growing in the growth capsules. Of course, the result was a resounding success. After obtaining their bodies, the demons began changing to their preferred forms. They would completely integrate in 2 to 3 days. However, there were problems with the 3 demonesses. I felt that it was inappropriate to give them the same treatment as their subordinates. They were Diablo's old friends, so I might as well give them some special privileges. After all, they were gorgeous. It was time for me, a scholar of beauty, to shine. I wanted to remove their demonic characteristics while preserving their current charming appearances. I preferred that they looked more like humans. And with Raphael, it would be a piece of cake, which was why I proposed my assistance. "Do you need me to adjust the appearance for you?" I offered. "Could you really?" "That would be great. Then please indeed help us with it." The white-haired beauty smiled and accepted my proposal. The other 2, witnessing this, also allowed me to amend their bodies for them. I readily agreed and commenced with modifications. It was a difficult task to change the exterior while preventing the skeletons from being affected. However, with my hands' precise movements and Raphael-san's flawless calculations, resculpting the 3 demonesses' appearances was relatively straightforward. For them, once they grew accustomed to their skeletons, they would be able to control the flow of their own magicules and perfectly reproduce their self-image. I could also slip them some extra goodies. I mixed gold into the magisteel skeletons and turned them into orichalcum. Since these were Diablo's close friends, I could at least do this much for them. Gold was a widely used universal metal in this world as well. Its compatibility with magicules was excellent. In addition, not only its strength, but also its overall quality was above that of magisteel. The 3 ladies all praised how beautiful the skeletons looked. They were eminently well received. "Thank you so much, Rimuru-sama." Seeing how happy they were, I felt decidedly satisfied as well. And so, my work here was done. That's it for today, guys. See you at the next one. For further updates, please like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to push the notification bell.